What are you thinking about with Zuckerberg getting involved in the UFC and what he's doing? Because when the video came out with Zuck, that video is a real video. He didn't look like a. Sometimes people show their videos like they're boxing or training. You're like, you shouldn't have put that up. Like Stephen A. Smith one time put up a video of him boxing.
Yeah.
And
I hope he was just trolling. He didn't
actually. He was actually. And everybody on Twitter went after him. But when Mark put it up, you're like, you know what? Those kicks are real kicks.
He just doesn't move too bad at all, man. Zuck's got some hands and some kicks. You know who else does? Wiz Khalifa. You ever seen Wiz Khalifa hit?
Wiz scrap?
Wiz Khalifa, or I don't know if he can scrap, but I mean he can hit pads. He trains out.
He's a tall, lanky dude.
Yeah, like when you just watch guys, so you're used to seeing Zuckerberg like in his Facebook attire or whatever, and all of a sudden he's throwing on gloves and hitting pads and throwing knees and kicks and low leg kicks. You're like, what? Yeah. So how is he getting involved? You mean just kind of watching, or is there something else?
You think he wants to do more with it? You think there's additional?
I don't know. I'd be interested to see what Dana's perspective would be on that. Actually, I don't know.
So what is the story? He's been kind of invited to these private showings of UFC fighters.
That's not a private showing. It was at the UFC Apex, which is somewhat private because I think it only holds maybe 500 people or so, and you can go. I think you can buy a table and have a couple people with you and watch the fights.
Yeah.
It's by no means a private event, but it's definitely not a arena show. But there was reports that came out because there was a girl named Mackenzie Dern who I think was either the main event or the co-main event. I think it was the main event, who said that Zuckerberg rented out the whole Apex for the show, which I think turned out to be not true.
Oh, really?
Well,
allegedly.
Let me tell you something, Michael. Dana White, #1 promoter out there in the world. When you're talking about hype and showmanship and just pizzazz, I'm thinking Mark Zuckerberg. Bro. That guy's got it.
He's got it.
Definitely not a human robot whatsoever.
He's electric.
Confidence, swag. You talk about Connor McZuckerberg. Yeah, I just got canceled.
But you know what? To me. He went on Joe Rogan, and the interview came out, some stuff that he said with FBI and all this other stuff. And then he's out there doing stuff. I think a part of him is like, look, man, I'm worth $100 billion, but I'm living my life as well, and I got interests, and I'm doing what I'm doing. And I don't know. I like it. I like seeing what he's doing. I like the fact that he's out there doing what he's doing in the water. I like the fact that you're seeing him doing.
If he's not an alien, listen to me.
You ever seen the video where he smokes meats? No. For an hour, he's like, I'm smoking some meat, smoking some ribs, it's an hour of him talking about how he's smoking meat.
The weirdest,
strangest thing I've ever
weirdest
watched.
Is him. I guarantee one of you two, so you've probably seen it. He's testifying in front of Congress about the privacy issues of Facebook, and the memes of him being a robot, because he's sitting like this, Mike, and I'm not joking. If you can pull up, it's like almost a robot. He goes, I have to drink this now. It was the weirdest. Yeah. Drinking of water I've ever seen in my life.
But he also had a mic drop moment.
Which one was it? What was
when they said Mark, how do you guys make money?
Okay,
we sell ads, and the guy's like, oh, okay. And he goes to the next person. You don't remember this whole mic when he says we sell ads? Like, why do you think we make money?
Yeah,
like we have nothing else to sell. Our model is selling ads.
Yeah.
And the guy had nothing back to say to him. By the way, you know how much money he's lost this year? His net worth has dropped $61 billion.
So what's he worth now?
Billion?
Cut in half. Yeah.
What do you think he's worth now?
Dude, sell him $5. I think he may need some money. You send him.
He's still worth $100 billion or no?
He's still probably worth $40 billion. He's probably worth.
Pat, I say this all the time. $40 billion ain't as much as it used to be, bro.
Facebook stock has gone down that much, or what?
Yeah. Facebook stock.
Well, a lot of the tech companies have taken
this week. The great news when Elon Musk announced that he's buying them, all the tech stocks went to the roof. Twitter blew up, and it brought everybody else up. Facebook went up. Everybody went up this week, but. Facebook's taking a hit. I think they started a news site like Substack, and they just shut it down yesterday or today. They just shut down Substack, and Meta. Some stuff is going on with them that they're trying to re-strategize and what to do with the product. But he's definitely got a few challenges ahead of him. But his product, the product that he has, is not the product that it once was. The moment they changed the the advertising side, where it no longer kept track of how you did advertising before, and it had to refresh because it's not keeping that.
Yep.
The advertiser, that changed the game in a big way.
It messed with everybody's ability to track how and why.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the whole model about it. The whole thing that was very appealing was you know, if I spend $100,000, I can retarget the people. Now I got to start from scratch again.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
was
start
just
from scratch.
unless that was was there some kind of privacy issue deal going on?
That's what
there?
it was.
That's
That was the whole
100%.
thing.
Okay, so
They did it from the
Yeah.
privacy
Pat,
standpoint.
crazy, you know, conspiracy question,
Yeah.
just throwing it out there. In the last 24 months, Zuckerberg, you know, Mr. Robot himself, before they changed Facebook to Meta, right? The epitome of join the Meta. You seen that commercial where he did it? Was like, you can come into the metaverse and have an avatar. It was the most robotic commercial thing ever, but you know, basically. And then since then, everything with Meta, NFTs, crypto has obviously shit the bed.
Yeah.
Do you think someone pulled him aside and was like, listen, bro, people legitimately think you're a cyborg or a robot? Like, straight up.
Chill out.
Like, they actually think that. Start doing some UFC stuff. Start cooking some meats. Get out there and start surfing, and maybe don't put so much sunscreen on your face. Whatever. Just go be a human.
Yeah.
Do you think someone actually said that to him?
I don't know. I think, listen, I think when you make money and then you have FU money times 100, like, you know, FU money is what? Anything above, let's just say $100 million got FU money.
You
Okay,
got to be
fine.
above 165.
It has to be
it's got to
165.
be at least 165. We know that.
Whatever the number was. I
Because
was
you
like,
can,
"God,
you can't
don't
live,
go
you
below
can't live off of that,
know how
and you
hard
could
it
lose it. Let me
No.
tell you a couple ways it goes real quick. All right, listen. Hey, have you seen the price of fuel? All right, you go from Europe to Vegas, and I'm sorry.
It's over. I can't ever say that again. Every single
I'm
time.
the comedian. You guys are fucking hilarious. That is so funny.
So you're saying when you got fucking money?
No, you know what I'm saying is dude, the guy's, how old is the guy now? Is he 38? Is he 30?
Late 30s, early 40s.
Go right
38.
He's 38 years old.
38, good call.
It's kind of
Holy
like,
cow.
I want to live a life. I want to
Yeah.
this is what I want to do, bro. Like, leave me alone, bro. I just built a company. I compete. I got it big. I'm rich. Yes, I got money and I'm pretty powerful. I still want to live a life. I don't want to be just this billionaire. I want to live my life. I think there's a part of it that's just more the life. If you constantly have to act for how the world views you, dude, that's you're a slave to the world. It's not a good life. It doesn't matter how much money they give you. If you constantly, like, by the way, you know what's been happening that you're seeing is I think Elon started this trend. I fully believe Elon started this trend because if you think about Elon, Bezos, Zuck, which one of them enjoys life the most?
Elon.
Okay,
Elon,
but that wasn't the case for the longest time because he wasn't. He was so mechanical and he was so much about. Then finally he's like, listen, man, I'm freaking. Here's who I am. I'm the real guy from Iron Man, and he's in the movie. Like, oh shit, that's funny.
Tony Stark.
It's fun. It's kind of cool to see you here. You know? It's kind of great seeing you here. So, so this guy's got a lighter side to him. He's not just a genius, you know, going to the space type of guy. And then he starts trolling and he's taking shots at our president, Joe Biden. And then Bezos is like, well, why are people liking him more than me? Maybe I can say something to Joe Biden. Then Bezos did. And then now Zuck is coming out. So I think what's happening with all these guys is, you know, Elon's trying to say to these guys, you can be the richest man on the planet, but you still got to live your life and enjoy yourself because you're going to die eventually. You're going to live forever. So I think they're all kind of learning from each other. Like whatever space you're in, you're going to look at another pace setter in your world to see what they're doing. And the pace setter in this world is Musk today, and they're kind of following his lead. Now, here's a real question. Say Dana's able to pull this fight off. Jake Paul, Bezos, and Zuck.
The biggest pay-per-view of all time, for sure. It tops that list by times 6.
That list.
Yeah, that list is gone.
They send one tweet. Next thing you know, pay-per-view, 29.7 million buys, you know.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.